Listen carefully, because the next few seconds might just rewrite the direction of your life. People say transformation takes years. I say it takes a decision and 21 days of relentless commitment, not perfection, not magic. Commitment. Because the truth is simple, your life changes the moment you decide it's no longer acceptable to stay where you are. Today, I'm giving you 6 unstoppable principles that will reshape your next 21 days. And if you truly live them, they will reshape everything after that. Owning your truth begins with a moment most people spend their entire lives running from. A moment of raw confrontation with yourself. Not the polished version you present to the world, not the version that fits in the expectations people have forced on you. I'm talking about the version you see in the mirror when the noise fades, when the excuses shrink, when the filters drop. The version that knows exactly what you want, exactly what scares you, and exactly what you've been avoiding. For 21 days you will meet that version of yourself every morning without flinching. You will look at the gap between who you are and who you want to be. Not with shame, not with judgment, but with clarity. Because clarity is power. And when you stop hiding from your truth finally starts fighting for you. Most people don't fail because they lack ambition. They fail because they hide behind a narrative that feels safer than the truth. I'm tired. I don't have time. It's not the right moment. These stories become walls, thick, heavy walls that block growth, block purpose, block destiny. But those walls aren't real. They're built from fear disguised as logic. And once you recognize that, you reclaim the ability to tear them down. Owning your truth means calling out the lie every time your mind tries to shrink your potential. It means refusing to let yesterday's patterns write tomorrow's story. It means admitting that the greatest obstacle in your path is not your circumstances. It's the version of you that keeps settling for less than you're capable of. For the next 21 days, that version is no longer in charge. When you finally strip your life down to the truth, everything becomes brutally simple. You see exactly who drains you, who supports you, what habits are robbing your future, what routines are quietly building it. You recognize the areas where you've been overcommitting and the areas where you've been hiding. You become aware of the little moments where you betray your own potential, sleeping in when you promised you wouldn't, postponing the work you know matters, tolerating behavior you should have outgrown long ago. This awareness is not comfortable. It's not meant to be. Growth never comes wrapped in comfort. But within that discomfort, something extraordinary happens. You begin reclaiming your power. Your choices sharpen. Your priorities shift. You start showing up with a level of honesty that cuts through distractions like a blade. The truth is this: transformation doesn't come from motivation. It comes from responsibility. The kind of responsibility that says, my life is in my hands. My outcomes are my choices. My future is my creation. When you own your truth, you stop waiting for permission. You stop looking for someone to rescue you. You stop expecting the world to hand you what you haven't earned. Instead, you wake up every day with a relentless commitment to act in alignment with the person you're becoming. Even when it's hard. Even when it's inconvenient. Even when no one is clapping. For 21 days, you eliminate the gap between intention and action. You honor your word. You follow through. And every time you do, you build trust with yourself. Trust that becomes the foundation of unshakable confidence. Owning your truth also means letting go of the version of you that survived rather than thrived. The version that tolerated chaos, accepted scraps of effort, dimmed your light because you were afraid shining too brightly would disrupt someone else's shadows. That version served a purpose, but its time is over. You are stepping into a chapter that demands your full force, your courage, your discipline, your voice, your presence. That chapter requires you to be unapologetically real about what you want and unapologetically committed to pursuing it. Some people won't understand your shift. They're comfortable with your old limitations because it made them feel bigger, safer, less challenged. That's their story, not yours. You don't grow by staying small. You grow by outgrowing. And finally, owning your truth demands a declaration, a promise to yourself that you will no longer settle for a life that only half reflects your potential. You decide, once and for all, that the next 21 days will not be a test, they will be a turning point. A line in the sand, a moment you look back on and say, this is where everything changed. From this moment forward, you face your fears head on. You speak your truth with conviction. You show up with integrity, resilience, and intention. And with every honest breath, every aligned choice, every bold step, you rewrite the story you once believed you were stuck in. This is your life, your truth, your transformation. And it begins the moment you stop hiding. Your shift starts now, because the version of you that owns their truth is the version that becomes unstoppable. Raising your standard begins the moment you decide that good enough is no longer good enough. Most people drift through life with standards that barely ask anything of them, and then wonder why their life feels average, predictable, uninspired. When you raise your standard, you raise the level of effort, courage, and discipline you bring to every moment. It's not about chasing perfection. It's about refusing to settle for the version of yourself that operates below your true capability. For 21 days, you declare that your actions, your habits, your relationships, your goals, and your boundaries must rise to meet the person you want to become. Because the truth is simple, your standard becomes your destiny. And when you raise your standard, your destiny shifts with it. Most people live by preference, not by principle. They do what feels comfortable, what feels easy, what feels familiar. But standards are different. Standards are non-negotiable. They are personal laws, and once you adopt them, they define the quality of your life. You don't say, I'll try to wake up earlier. You say, I wake up early. You don't say, I hope I'll follow through. You say, follow through is who I am. You don't wait for motivation, you anchor your life in commitment. When your standard rises, your excuses evaporate. You begin operating from intention, not emotion. You become someone whose actions are consistent, whose word means something, whose ambition finally has the structure it needs to become reality. That's what the next 21 days demand from you. Consistency over convenience, discipline over distraction, purpose over procrastination. Raising your standard forces you to confront what you've been tolerating. You can't elevate your life while holding on to habits that keep you mediocre. You can't demand growth while feeding your comfort zone. You can't expect transformation while entertaining the same patterns that have kept you stuck for years. For 21 days, you identify the one standard you must elevate most urgently. Maybe it's the way you treat your body. Maybe it's the level of effort you bring to your goals. Maybe it's the way you allow others to speak to you. Maybe it's the way you speak to yourself. Whatever it is, you remove the option of falling back into the old pattern. The moment you raise that standard, the old version of you begins to lose its power. Your choices shift. Your mindset sharpens. Your life recalibrates around a higher expectation. There will be moments, many of them, when the old version of you tries to return. It will whisper, skip today. You've done enough. No one will know. But raising your standard means you hold yourself accountable even when it's inconvenient, even when no one is watching, even when no one is celebrating you. That kind of integrity creates an internal strength that cannot be faked. You start to trust yourself. You start to rely on yourself. You start to realize that discipline is not punishment, it is liberation. It frees you from the chaos of inconsistency. It frees you from guilt, from regret, from the emotional heaviness that comes from breaking promises to yourself. Standards aren't oppressive, they're empowering. They are the blueprint for the future you've been craving. As your standard rises, something remarkable happens. The world begins to respond differently. Opportunities that once felt out of reach begin to open. People treat you with the respect you've begun giving yourself. Your confidence grows, not from words but from evidence. Evidence that you can rely on your own commitment. You show up differently in conversations, in your work, in your relationships, in your ambitions. You no longer ask, "Can I do this?" You begin asking, "What else is possible?" The energy you carry becomes magnetic. People feel it, you feel it. And for the first time, you begin to understand that the gap between where you are and where you want to be was never about ability. It was about the standard you held yourself to. For the next 21 days, raising your standard is not something you try. It's something you embody. You make a promise to yourself that the old version of you is done. You set a higher bar and you meet it with courage, discipline, and relentless follow-through. You commit to showing up at a level you once believed was reserved for better, stronger, or more capable people. But now you understand the only difference between those people and you is the standard they live by. And from this moment forward, your standard rises, your habits rise, your ambition rises, your entire life rises with it. Because when you raise your standard, you don't just upgrade your actions, you upgrade your entire identity. And that identity becomes unstoppable. Protecting your energy is not a luxury. It is the foundation of every choice, every action, every dream you have. Energy is the invisible currency that fuels your focus, your ambition, your creativity, and your courage. Without it, even the strongest intentions collapse. Most people give their energy away carelessly, scrolling through endless distractions, tolerating toxic interactions, overcommitting to obligations that drain rather than elevate them. But for the next 21 days, you will guard your energy like it is gold, because it is. Every conversation you have, every screen you scroll, every thought you entertain either feeds your power or erodes it. There is no neutral ground. Energy is life. Protect it relentlessly, and your life begins to bend toward the extraordinary. Energy is more than physical stamina. It is emotional, mental, and spiritual. It is the quiet force that determines whether you move forward or stay stuck, whether you rise, saying no to distractions, to obligations that do not serve your growth, to people who demand without giving, is not rejection, it is preservation. When you raise your boundaries, you send a message to yourself and to the world that your time, your focus, your creativity, and your well-being are not negotiable. For 21 days, practice saying no without guilt. Observe how much space opens when you stop overcommitting. Observe how much energy returns when you stop surrendering it to things that deplete instead of empower. Boundaries are not limitations, they are liberation. The truth is, protecting your energy requires intentionality. It is a daily decision to prioritize yourself in a world that constantly wants a piece of you. Start with the small choices, what you consume, who you engage with, what you entertain in your mind. Protect your mornings. They set the tone for your entire day. Protect your evenings. They determine the quality of your rest, your clarity, and your recovery. Each day you are either investing in your energy or spending it recklessly. For 21 days, make it sacred. Treat it as the most valuable asset in your possession, because it is. Without it, vision is meaningless, action is hollow, and resilience falters. Protecting your energy also means mastering emotional discipline. You cannot control every circumstance, but you can control how much impact those circumstances have on you. You cannot stop storms from coming, but you can build the shelter within yourself to weather them without collapse. You cannot prevent negativity from existing, but you can refuse to let it seep into your focus, your decisions, or your mindset. For 21 days, practice this discipline with ferocity. Notice every time your peace is compromised unnecessarily. Recognize every moment when a drain occurs and reclaim that space consciously. Energy that is guarded becomes energy that multiplies. It fuels creativity, focus, action, and courage in ways that carelessness never can. Finally, protecting your energy transforms everything you touch. When your energy is high, your presence commands attention. Your ideas gain weight. Your focus becomes sharp. Your resilience becomes unshakable. Opportunities that once required struggle become accessible because you have the stamina and clarity to pursue them. Relationships shift. They thrive because you bring your best self, not your residual fatigue. Ambitions accelerate because you are moving from a place of abundance, not depletion. For the next 21 days, protect your energy and you will create a ripple effect that transforms every aspect of your life. You are the guardian of your power, and when you honor that responsibility, nothing can stand in your way. Guard your energy relentlessly, because it is the fuel of your transformation, the foundation of your power, and the force that will carry you to everything you are destined to become. Feeding your mind relentlessly is the most transformative act you can commit to for the next 21 days. Your mind is the command center of your life, the source of your choices, your creativity, and your resilience. Yet most people starve it with distractions, shallow content, and noise that neither challenges nor uplifts. The truth is simple. What you feed your mind reproduces. If you fill it with doubt, fear, and mediocrity, those are the only realities it can manifest. But if you choose to feed it with wisdom, inspiration, and knowledge, it grows sharper, bolder, and stronger. For the next 21 days, make a vow to treat your mind like the treasure it is. Fuel it with substance, focus, and intention, and it will carry you to heights you never imagined possible. Most people underestimate the compounding power of daily mental nourishment. One podcast, one book chapter, one conversation might feel insignificant in a single day, but over 21 days it transforms the way you think, the way you act, and the way you see the world. Ideas become habits, insights become strategies, inspiration becomes results, your mind begins to expand, seeking challenges that match its new capacity. Suddenly, what once seemed impossible starts to feel inevitable. And this growth is not abstract. It manifests in your confidence, your problem solving, your discipline, and your creativity. Feeding your mind is the silent revolution that prepares you to win in ways that shortcuts, hacks, and surface-level motivation never can. Feeding your mind relentlessly also requires intentional selection. Not all content is created equal, and not all advice deserves space in your consciousness. For 21 days, choose only what challenges, teaches, and elevates you. Read books that stretch your perspective. Listen to voices that demand thought, not just entertainment. Engage with ideas that provoke action, not passive consumption. Limit time spent on distractions that scatter your focus and leave your mind exhausted instead of empowered. Protecting your mental intake is as critical as what you choose to absorb. It shapes your worldview, your capacity for growth, and ultimately your destiny. The mind is not a passive organ, it is a garden. And like any garden, it must be cultivated, watered, and defended from weeds. The weeds in this case are negative self-talk, fear, procrastination, and limiting beliefs. Feeding your mind relentlessly means replacing those weeds with seeds of growth, knowledge, strategy, insight, and possibility. Each day, as you nourish your thoughts with learning and inspiration, those seeds take root. They grow into clarity, focus, and vision. They push out the weeds that have stifled your progress for years. In 21 days, you will notice a subtle but undeniable shift. Decisions become easier, ideas flow faster, and your mental energy multiplies because your inner landscape has been transformed. Feeding your mind also accelerates your ability to take decisive action. Knowledge alone is not power. Applied knowledge is. When your mind is sharp, informed, and focused, you no longer hesitate. You no longer second guess. Opportunities that once intimidated you now feel manageable because your preparation matches the challenge. You respond instead of react. You anticipate instead of panic. You move with a confidence that is undeniable, grounded in the intelligence you have consistently cultivated. For 21 days, commit to feeding your mind not just passively, but in a way that equips you for action, for courage, and for unstoppable progress. Every idea absorbed becomes a tool in the construction of your future. Finally, feeding your mind relentlessly transforms your life from the inside out. It shapes not only what you think, but who you become. You become a person whose decisions are informed by wisdom, whose perspective is elevated above fear, whose creativity and resilience allow you to thrive in any circumstance. Your energy, your discipline, and your results all begin to reflect the caliber of thought you allow into your consciousness. In these 21 days, make a sacred commitment to honor your mind. Protect it, feed it, challenge it, and watch it rebuild your reality in ways that no external circumstance can limit. Your mind is the most powerful tool you own, and when you fuel it relentlessly, nothing can stop the life you are capable of creating. Feed your mind relentlessly, because the quality of your thoughts determines the magnitude of your life, and a nourished mind becomes the unstoppable engine of transformation. Taking one audacious action daily is the heartbeat of transformation. Too many people wait for the perfect moment, the perfect plan, the perfect conditions, and in doing so, they live in perpetual delay. But audacity is not born from comfort, it is born from decisive action in the face of uncertainty. For the next 21 days, you will commit to doing something each day that stretches you, challenges the familiar, and pushes you closer to the life you are capable of. It doesn't have to be monumental, but it must be bold. Each action is a signal to the universe, to yourself, and to your potential that you are no longer willing to settle, no longer willing to wait, no longer willing to stay invisible. Audacity is not optional, it is essential. Audacious action demands courage, and courage is not the absence of fear, it is the mastery of it. Every day you will feel hesitation, doubt, and the pull of old habits telling you to retreat. This is normal. The people who achieve extraordinary lives are not fearless. They are relentless in their willingness to act despite fear. For 21 days you will choose courage over comfort. You will embrace discomfort as the signpost of growth. You will let fear be a compass, pointing you toward the actions that matter most. The audacity to act consistently, even in small ways, compounds exponentially, reshaping your confidence, your identity, and the trajectory of your life. Audacious action is not about recklessness. It is about strategic boldness. Each action you take must move you closer to your goals, expand your influence, or elevate your capabilities. It could be sending an email that terrifies you, making a call that challenges your pride, or starting a project that scares you because of its scale. The measure of audacity is not in how visible it is to the world, but in how much it stretches you beyond what you believed possible. For 21 days, identify one area in your life that requires bold movement and commit to taking one decisive step every single day. Small, strategic audacity builds momentum. Momentum transforms dreams into reality. Taking audacious action also rewires your relationship with failure. Most people avoid action because they fear mistakes, judgment, or rejection. But audacity teaches you that failure is not a verdict. It is a lesson, a signal, a guidepost on the path to mastery. Each action you take, even if imperfect, provides invaluable feedback. It teaches you what works, what doesn't, and what must be adjusted. For 21 days, treat each audacious action as an experiment in your growth. Release the pressure to get it perfect. Embrace the opportunity to learn, refine, and evolve. Audacity without action is fantasy. Action without audacity is stagnation. Together, they become unstoppable momentum. Consistency in audacious action compounds powerfully. One bold move may feel insignificant in isolation, but 21 consecutive days of stepping forward relentlessly will change how you see yourself. You will stop waiting for permission from anyone, including yourself. You will stop negotiating with doubt. You will stop tolerating the life that exists merely because it is easy or familiar. Each day's audacity becomes proof of your strength, a reinforcement of your belief in your potential, and a signal to the universe that you are ready for more. After 21 days, the cumulative effect of daily audacity will make hesitation, fear, and self-doubt nearly impossible to sustain. Finally, audacious action transforms not only what you achieve, but who you become. It is the ultimate bridge between potential and reality. When you act boldly, consistently, and strategically, you shift your identity. You become a person who does, who moves, who pursues relentlessly, who refuses to be defined by fear or limitation. That person does not wait for opportunities. They create them. That person does not shrink. They rise. That person does not accept less. They demand more. For the next 21 days, take one audacious action daily and watch as your courage, your clarity, and your power reshape your life in ways that no external circumstance could ever dictate. Take audacious action daily, because boldness is the engine of transformation, consistency is the fuel, and 21 days of relentless courage will redefine everything you thought was possible. Celebrating small wins is not a trivial habit, it is a radical act of self-recognition and empowerment. Too many people overlook the small victories in life, waiting instead for monumental milestones to validate their effort. But transformation does not happen in giant leaps, it happens in consistent, incremental progress. Every single step you take, no matter how minor it may seem, carries weight. Every day you follow through on your commitment. Every time you push past resistance. Every choice to honor your potential is a small win. For 21 days, acknowledge these victories, honor them. Let them remind you that progress is not only possible, it is happening right now in real time. Small wins build momentum that compounds into extraordinary results. Each win, no matter how seemingly insignificant, sends a message to your subconscious. You are capable, you are disciplined, you are growing. Momentum is the force that transforms ordinary effort into exponential outcomes. When you start to notice these wins, you begin to act with more confidence, more courage, and more clarity. For 21 days, track each small accomplishment, whether it is completing a task you procrastinated on, making a healthier choice, or showing up when you didn't feel like it. These small victories are the foundation upon which every larger achievement will rest. Celebrating small wins also strengthens your resilience. Life will challenge you, test you, and sometimes feel unbearably heavy. In those moments, the accumulation of small victories becomes your anchor. They remind you that you have proven, time and again, that you can overcome, that you can persist, that you can triumph. For 21 days, consciously reflect on these wins and let them fuel your resolve. The more you recognize your capacity to succeed in small ways, the more equipped you become to face bigger challenges without fear. Every small win is a brick in the fortress of your confidence. Small wins cultivate gratitude and presence. They force you to pause and appreciate the effort you are making in the present moment, instead of endlessly chasing a distant, abstract goal. Gratitude, even for the smallest progress, opens your mind to possibility, fuels motivation, and enhances your emotional strength. For 21 days, celebrate the process as much as the outcome. Notice the courage it took to make a call, complete a task, or take a step forward. When you honor small wins, you create a positive feedback loop that makes every next effort easier, more natural, and more powerful. Recognizing small victories also reshapes your identity. People often think identity shifts with a single life-changing moment, but identity is built in layers, one small win at a time. Each act of discipline, courage, or intention reinforces who you are becoming. You start to see yourself as someone who follows through, who rises to challenges, who honors commitments, and who thrives in alignment with purpose. For 21 days, celebrate each win as evidence that you are becoming the person capable of achieving even greater feats. Your identity evolves not in leaps, but in the deliberate acknowledgement of progress. Finally, celebrating small wins creates a foundation for long-term success. It trains your mind to see growth, to appreciate effort, and to value consistency over perfection. Over 21 days, these small victories accumulate into undeniable proof that you are capable of transformation. They become the fuel for your ambition, the evidence for your confidence, and the blueprint for the life you are building. When you learn to honor progress, no obstacle can stop you, no fear can deter you, and no setback can diminish your resolve. Every monumental achievement begins with small wins consistently recognized and amplified over time. Celebrate small wins relentlessly, because they are the seeds of lasting transformation, the markers of progress, and the proof that 21 days of intentional effort can change everything about who you are and what you can achieve.